It's little wonder they named the stretch of coast south of Sydney the Sapphire Coast. A treasure chest of golden sand beaches and clear azure waters. But the most sparkling of all its gems are the ocean baths, otherwise known as rock pools. The baths were carved out of the rock plateaus by local volunteers, coal miners and councils to cater for the growing trend in swimming and water sports as early as the 1890s. Following the British trend, some baths were segregated, like the men's baths in Wollongong, which once drew large crowds of men and boys and even had change rooms. But the oldest and one of only 2 baths to be constructed by convicts is the chain baths, also known as the nuns' baths, as it provided a secluded spot for the nuns from the nearby convent to bathe in private. Warwick Wenham is a seasoned rock pool swimmer. He's lived in Coledale all his life and heard the locals tell of how his beloved pool at Coledale was created.
North Belay Mine, which was up the back of Coledale here, wanted to give something of pleasure back to the people of Coledale. So they commissioned 2 miners, and they were explosive experts in their field, so they got them to come and build Coledale Pool out of rocks. They came down at low tide, they used to blow all the rocks out of the pool, and they used to stack it along the cliff face here, and they made the road down to the pool out of these rocks. One night they blew the rocks out at midnight. Well, there was an almighty explosion and the people wondered what come down. They thought the mountain come down.
Warwick is president of the Coledale Oysters, a winter swimming group.
In 1965, they formed Coledale Oysters, and it's been going ever since. We swim in winter from the first week after April to the second week in September. Every Sunday, rain, hail or shine. It starts off in the beginning of summer about 22 degrees. The water temperature gets down to 10 degrees and it gets bloody cold.
Winter swimming isn't for everyone, and there's some pretty strict criteria for wannabe oysters.
Men only, yes, men only. A couple of women have tried, but they won't have them.
Come on, Dad.
Julian's got a good lead in this one.
In its younger days, the blokes used to go and get on the grog after the winter swimming club. And a lot of divorces happened over that time, I tell you. The wives wouldn't put up with it, and I don't blame them.
The swimmers compete each week in time trials, and as summer nears, so does the annual battle for the title of King Oyster.
I won the King Oyster last year, and that's the first time I ever won the King Oyster. So I'd say the King Oyster would be one of the best things to win in the club. It's the hardest thing to win.
Yeah. Good swim, fellas. Good swim, mate.
Good start.
Thanks, Les.
It's a good club, a lot of history. Yeah, it's great. It's keep me fit and happy, mate. Yeah, keep me fit and happy. It keeps you away from the missus too. I'll try and keep it up as long as I can. The hill here is hard to get back up. That's the worst part of the day, but I'm 63 and I'll keep going as long as I can.